Good morning, folks. Deb Delapiana here with another election wrap. This is your short take. So, what happened in Arizona yesterday was monumental. Katie Hobbs defeated the Wicked Witch of the West, otherwise known as Kari Lake, for the governorship of Arizona. Now, as you may have guessed, Kari's broom is just in a total dither this morning. She actually posted something to the effect last night that Arizonans know bullshit or whatever it is that you use for a term equivalent to that when they see it. And of course, she was referring to the obvious election fraud that must have caused her loss, because there is absolutely no way Kari Lake could have lost. She was endorsed by the orange jackaloon himself. He rode on her broom the entire time she was running. Well, Kari, you lost. And you know what? I think you're right about the Arizona people. They do know bullshit when they see it. And that is why you lost, because you are the bullshit. That was good news. I mean, that made my night. I slept like a little log last night. No problems, no worries. No thinking about having to watch her 24/7 spewing her bile all over social media. And, she could very well end up on Fox. Who knows? She's a former, whatever you want to call it, talking head. And Kari could end up, on the TV, on the news, on Fox. On the other hand, she could end up being the Jackaloo's running mate. Who knows what he's going to do? I mean, he may have promised Marjorie Taylor Greene that she was going to be his running mate. I don't know. But you know what? He has no loyalty to anybody but himself, not even his own goddamn family. So she could very well end up there. And who knows what the future is going to hold, which brings us to the next update this morning. This is, I believe, the day that the jackaloon is going to announce his run for the presidency for 2024. Don't underestimate him, my friends. Don't. Donald Trump, the obvious scenario is Trump on DeSantis for the primary, but who knows what's going to happen there? There are people who believe that DeSantis won't run because he won't want to get into that bullshit. There are people who actually are floating the notion that Ron DeSantis can return the Republican Party to its heyday. Ron DeSantis is Donald Trump on some kind of steroid mixture. He's young and he's aggressive and he's got a long career ahead of him. So pandering to the right is going to be big for him. I don't know what to tell you, but either way, either one of those guys is not an improvement over where we are right now. This is why I'm saying we can't relax. And what I'd like to tell you is that the day before he announces yesterday, someone filed a grievance against Trump for misuse of campaign finance funds. And the FEC is going to go after him. He's already starting his bullshit by transferring soft money into a political PAC. He just, there isn't a law of the land that he fucking follows. So when people tell me that he's going to restore the American legacy, it makes me want to laugh. One other update that we want to advise you of, and I don't know that, this is still a thing, because it's a thing I'm not the least bit interested in paying Elon Musk for. But Kyle Rittenhouse has his blue check mark. So as of, right now, Kyle Rittenhouse is a certified thug and killer. That should make all of you feel so much better that that account is authentically the real Kyle Rittenhouse. By the way, who's out there pointing out that yesterday's shooting at the University of Virginia was done by a black person, but of course he was killing black people. He wasn't a white person shooting at unarmed black people. Now, I'm not casting any kind of judgment here on what Kyle Rittenhouse did, okay, or didn't do. Do I believe his life may have been in danger? I do, but he created the scenario that put his life in fucking danger, okay? There's a difference here. It's like, that's equivalent to me to calling, what's his name there from Project Veritas, a reporter, when he dresses up like a freaking pimp or whatever he dresses up like and goes in and creates the news he's covering. That's not what fucking investigative journalists do, okay? So Kyle is a certified thug and killer today on Twitter. He and Elon, they're like this, baby. They are like this. Who knows what Kyle's going to be doing with his future? He's had so many statements of what he's doing. He was going to go to this college and that college. And, you know what Kyle Rittenhouse is going to do? He's going to run for public fucking office. That's what I think is going on. He's just not old enough yet. And apparently, being trounced in the midterms does give the other side some leverage, because there has been a breakthrough in the negotiation to codify same-sex marriage. And Chuck Schumer is now scheduling the vote. They believe that they've made enough concessions in the bill. I know one of those concessions is the churches don't have to marry. You know what? Fine. Really. Yeah. I mean, who wants to argue with all of that? If some, to me, I need the big picture, okay? And I need the big stuff taken care of, right? For me, if my bakery down the street doesn't want to make my fucking wedding cake, why the fuck would I want to give them business? Okay, just, what do I give a shit? People who really want to get married in churches, well, you know what? I'll tell you what, if that's a concession you make to get this thing done, I can live with that. There are just, people need to understand that they need to have some kind of negotiation capability here. What we really want here is for them never to be able to file a bill to take away your right to marry, period. Okay? I'm a Catholic. When I got married at a Unitarian church in the office of the guy who did my ceremony. Okay? It wasn't, I didn't need to go into a church. That's just where we had it done. All right? I could have done it in my house. I don't feel the need to be married by a priest in a church. So that's not crucial to me. What's crucial to me is we start pushing for some stuff. But I have to caution you about some things. We have questions out there now about when are we going to, expand the court. We are not there, folks. We need a lot more than what we got out of the midterms to expand the court. We haven't even gotten to 51 senators yet. We need Raphael Warnock, period. Across the board, we need to start building for 2024, not start from the bottom up again. We need to learn how to strategize and get what we want. That's what this is all about, okay? The GOP got us to the brink of fascism by taking small bites and small steps so that people didn't even realize it. We have to learn some of these techniques, folks. We really do. So let me say this to you. This is no time to sit back and take it easy. It's not going back to business as usual. Look, we need more than 52% of voters to turn out in Georgia for this December 6th fiasco. That's not going to fly, okay? Kemp's not on the ballot to help Herschel here. Get the hell out and vote. And we'll talk more about what we need to do moving forward, maybe tomorrow morning. I'll see y'all later.